Okay, how's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with a video on Berserk, another arc complete, or I guess chapter. People call them chapters instead of arcs in this because the arcs are more referred to as like sagas type thing. So like the Golden Age would be like the Golden Age saga type stuff. But I'm here with the Lost Children arc, and I actually wasn't gonna do this. I was just gonna include it in the Conviction arc since I thought it was just one whole thing, but it's not. It seems like it's this, then some other stuff, but this is more like Lost Children in the Conviction arc, and then it's Conviction arc afterwards, like completely all that. So I'm just gonna do this, then Conviction arc, and then afterwards, whatever. But I, wow, I don't even know what to say about this. I'm gonna go into spoiler free stuff first. Also, sorry about having my retainer in. It's really late right now, so that's the only reason why I'm actually doing this, because I actually wasn't gonna upload today as I'm uploading this, but I happened to finish it, so why not just upload it, right? But let me go into the spoiler free stuff first. So this arc, I actually was gonna give it like a 6 to a 7 because I didn't like it as much compared to like the Black Swordsman and the Golden Age, but at a certain point, it just legit just turned. It turned amazing. Like it turned really, really good. And since this is the spoiler-free section, I can't go into it. But at a certain point, it was just like, wow, what happened? And that part, those like that rest of it all the way until the end, just turned it from a 6 to an 8 to me. So, like this is to me a little worse than the Black Swordsman arc, and not like as in like this is bad. This is nowhere near bad. This is really good, but it's not as good as the Black Swordsman or like Golden Age to me. But the panels are amazing. The final fight in this was amazing. It was villainous. It was really villainous. Like my goodness, it was such an interesting departure from what we've seen before. Where the Black Swordsman, it was the introduction, the Golden Age was the past, and this is the current day. It was so different from what we've seen, so it was really cool. It was interesting and it was creative. It was fire. So I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy most of, or not most of it, but I did enjoy some of it. Like some parts, like the middle of it was just like trudging through it, but it was good. It finished really strong. It started really strong as well. It was good. It was really good. Panels as always. Like this arc probably had the best panels in the entire manga so far. Like besides Golden Age, like these panels were so good, actually so good. But overall, again, it's an 8 out of 10. It was great. This is pretty good so far. This series has been going crazy. But let me get into the spoiler free or spoiler stuff. So be warned. But oh shoot, I forgot to put the trigger warning on the video yesterday. Oh my gosh. I'll do that right now as I'm recording this. But spoiler stuff. So this arc takes place directly after Black Swordsman, but after Golden Age in terms of like or not continuity, but reading it. And it's basically Guts shows up to this village. There's this girl there who lives there. She gets abused by her father. Her mother is she can't do anything about it, so she just numbed her emotions. But she always tries to defend her daughter. And the girl sees Guts. She sees Guts for more as like a good guy instead of just the black swordsman villain type guy. And it's revealed that there's a bunch of elves in this village that are killing all of them, all that stuff, and Puck being like, "Oh shoot, elves, but they wouldn't do that. They don't harm humans like that. They don't kill them. They just play mischievous tricks on them. So what's going on?" And they find out that it's actually demons that are like elves, quote unquote, but they're insect elves type stuff. So they attack the village. Guts is there to defend it, and the little girl goes with him to see what's going on. Guts and her split off because he doesn't want her with him because she's gonna die. She's literally gonna get hurt and die if she's with him. So Puck goes with her instead, and he doesn't communicate this. Gus is really bad at communicating this. He's literally just he's cold so that they don't come near him. So he goes off on his own to find a way to get to the Misty Valley, which is where all the elves are, all the demon elves, while the girl goes on her own to find it herself. But what the ringleader behind the Misty Valley stuff is actually a friend of the girl that she knew from a long time ago. Her name is Rosine, and the girl herself, his name is Jill. And they used to hang out a bunch, but then Rosine left to find the valley, and she had a Behelit. So once, well, actually, that's spoilers, but she became the queen of the elves, and she found all these elves and all that. She found the valley. So she wants Jill to join her, but she doesn't want to. She's scared because those aren't elves; those are insects. Like, and meanwhile, Guts is fighting all these different type of bugs and insects. It's crazy. This man's using his cannon as a propulsion system to literally get more power on his swings, bro. Actually, Mega Mind stuff right here. Crazy. While Jill literally gets kidnapped by Rosine in like the most nice way possible just by carrying her and just goes over to the village and they're showing her around. It's not good. It's really not good. The elves are killing each other. It's war. It's like they mask it as fun, but it's not really fun. It's just it's terrifying. It's generally terrifying. And Jill, they were about to turn her into an elf. Like, yo, do this. And then she realizes, nah, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't want to live like this. So they have her in the cocoon where, or not in the cocoon, but they have her in the area for the cocoon to make all the elves. And Guts shows up, and mind you, right? Up to this point, I like the beginning. I like the intro. It was nice. Tied some things together to the middle and end. The middle was alright. I was just reading it just to get through it at that point. The end, this is where the end starts, where Jill is at the cocoon area and Guts shows up. This is where it just turned crazy, genuinely crazy, because Guts shows up and up all the way up until this point, Jill has been basically the main character of his arc. We've seen Guts, but we haven't seen it from his perspective most of the arc. It's just been Jill and Puck for the most part. And up to this point, we've seen him fight. It's been cool. It's been really cool. But then he shows up here, and it's just vile. Literally, Guts turns into a monster to the point where Rosine herself, who is literally a demon, is like, "What are you? Are you even human?" And Guts is literally just lighting the forest on fire, destroying all of the elves. And by the way, when you kill an elf, one of these elves, they turn into children because that's what they are. They're children that got turned into elves, which are actually insect elves. That's why they, or well, I actually didn't mention it, but they kidnap children, and that's why they kidnap them for that. So Guts is basically killing children, which is like wow, but also it's they were already dead. I don't know. It's so weird and conflicting. I don't know how to feel, but he's going around massacring all these elves, and then it's just him versus Rosine. And like, oh my goodness, this fight was amazing. This fight was generally probably one of the best fights in the entire series so far. I have loved it. I loved it so much. It really turned it around for me. This fight, oh my goodness, bro. The panels, just this section alone was so good. It was so good. The panels, the fighting, it was vile. It was literally like, it had me thinking, like, I was stunned. I was really geeked out when Guts showed up, like, oh shoot, he's here. But then I realized, oh shoot, he literally blacked out, bro. He's not human right now. And Guts beats Rosine, barely beats her. Because you gotta remember, these are still demons, and while Guts is a really good human fighter, he's still human, and there's only so much that he can do in certain sections where literally she's moving like at light speed, and Guts is over here like, dog, I am a human. I can't even perceive what she's doing right now. But he beats her, and there was a story in this arc where it was like the story of Pekav, I think, where it was an elf who was born to human parents, and he was getting bullied a lot by all the human kids because he looked different from all of them. So he went to an elf village, and they're telling him like, "Yo, you're not an elf. You're a human," and they tell him the truth that, "Yo, your parents came to us a long time ago to heal you when you were dying as a baby, and we basically had to turn you half elf to keep you alive." And now he realizes, oh shoot, my parents really were my parents. And he goes back to his village to try to find him. And it turns out that it was 100 years that had passed while he was in the village. And his parents are dead. they're long, that the whole village is gone. So it was really melancholy ending. And the ending of this arc has Rosine ending the same way that she did when or in a fairy tale, the same way that the fairy tale ended. So it was just like, wow, well, what symbolism? That's that's dark. That's really dark. But shoot, man, the reason Rosine actually turned out to be what she did as well was because of the Behelit. She went to go find the elves as well. I forgot to mention this, but she went to go find them, and her parents came looking for her, and they found her, and her dad started abusing her, and blood fell on the Behelit, and her dream was just like, please, I just want to get as far away from here as possible. And she turned into an elf, and her parents died. So it's another messed up ending. It's crazy. But Guts gets chased out by people that I haven't mentioned at all, Serpico and Lady Farnese. They're an army of the Holy White Chain Knights, where they're just chasing after the Black Swordsman, and they find him there, where Guts finished fighting Rosine and he's super injured. They're chasing after him, and he finds a way to escape. Jill looks for Guts because she's traumatized, like generally traumatized. Her childhood is done, completely done. She's not going to be a child the same afterwards. She finds him and he's like, yo, you gotta leave. Like, you are not fit to come with me. And she's like, please, just let me go. And then he does a scene where he shows all the ghosts and demons that are hunting after him. And he's just like, no, you can't come with me. So he leaves. Puck is still with Jill, so he says goodbye to her and he goes after Guts. And that's where the arc ends. And wow, like I said in the beginning, amazing arc, really good arc. Oh my goodness, it's an 8 for sure. It could have been better, but oh my gosh, yo, like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like, this arc was wild. It was genuinely wild. I did not expect it to turn this dark. Like, I thought the Golden Age was dark. Like, this isn't equal to the Golden Age, no doubt, but this is just wild. Like, in terms of, well, like, and I'm not trying to compare it in terms of like, oh, which one's better. It's more like, it's sort of just the Golden Age is grim, dark, like hopeless. This is just wow. Like, this has you sitting there thinking for like a while, bro. It's nutty, but overall, like, I enjoyed it. It really turned around for me. I like the characters. Like, always there's gonna be the scum characters in Berserk. So, Jill's father, Rosine's father. Fathers just seem like bad people in this show, bro. I don't get it. Like, is there any good fathers in this show? I don't understand. Like, even the count, who was like somewhat sympathetic, was a bad father. Like, there's so many bad fathers in this show, or excuse me, in this manga. I just don't get it. But I can't wait to continue with the Conviction arc. I have Conviction, Falcon of the Millennium Empire, and Fantasia, and then I'm all caught up. So it's gonna be bittersweet, but I can't wait, you know. But again, overall, art was amazing. Characters were good. The story was amazing. It was grim, sad, but overall, I enjoyed it. And yeah, overall, if I had to rate this or rank it compared to the other ones, I'd say this one is at the bottom for me. Then Black Swordsman, then Golden Age. But and that's not to bring it down like whatsoever. I just wanted to make that very clear. But yeah, I can't wait to see Lady Farnese more. Seppuku, I'm really excited for them. I heard some good stuff about him. And my friend was telling me, like, Guts, in terms of what he's going to do, is only going to get crazier. No spoilers, by the way, just like vaguely. So I'm just excited. I'm really excited. But yeah, this has been Infamous Isaac. Hope y'all enjoy. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.